Okay, if you own a home or a business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That moment when the monthly energy bill shows up and, whoa, it's a surprise, and not always a good one. So in this explainer, we're going to dig into why that happens, and way more importantly, how you can finally get a handle on it.
It is such a frustrating question, right? One month you think you've got your budget nailed down, and the next, bam, your bill just shoots up out of nowhere. It feels totally out of your hands. Well, let's get to the bottom of this.
Honestly, the best way to think about the traditional energy market is like being on a roller coaster. You're strapped in tight, but you have absolutely no clue when the next huge drop or steep climb is coming. You're just along for the ride. And this is really the key. In this whole setup, you don't get to set the price. You just have to take it. The utility, the market, they decide what you pay. And you just have to pay it. End of story. You are absolutely not in the driver's seat here.
You know, this isn't just random bad luck. There's actually a name for it: utility market volatility. It sounds kind of technical, but all it really means is that these huge, complicated forces are out there completely messing with your monthly budget. And the worst part? You have zero say in it.
So what are the real culprits here? What's driving this? Well, you've got the cost of fossil fuels like natural gas and oil just swinging all over the place. Then there are the mandatory and really expensive upgrades the grid constantly needs. And get this, even things happening on the other side of the planet can directly hit your wallet.
And here is the real kicker. The utility company, they're not eating these costs. Nope. All of that gets passed directly down the line until it lands right on your bill. So you're the one paying for all that instability. But what if there was a totally different way to do things?
All right, let's completely flip the script here. I want you to think about this differently. What if, instead of just buying energy, you could actually make it?
I mean, this is a huge shift in thinking, right? Just imagine it. Your own personal, silent power plant sitting right on top of your roof. It's generating clean power just for you. And hey, sometimes you might even make a little extra to send back to the grid. That changes the entire game.
So let's really put these two side by side. On one hand, you've got the old utility grid, a centralized source, a totally unpredictable cost, and control that belongs to somebody else. But on the other hand, with your own solar system, the source is the sun, the cost suddenly becomes predictable, and the control, well, that's finally yours.
Okay, so let's really talk about what that control means for the long haul. Because we're not just talking about saving a few bucks on next month's bill. We're talking about the next couple of decades.
And this right here, this is the secret sauce. This is what makes it all work. The fuel for your personal power plant is sunlight. It's everywhere, it's clean, and this is the big one, its price never goes up. The fuel is free, forever.
And that brings us to this number. Yeah, it looks pretty simple, but what it represents for your financial future is, well, it's incredibly powerful.
That's right, 25 plus years. Your typical solar system is built to last for more than a quarter of a century. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. That's 2.5 decades where you are completely shielded from those wild, unpredictable rate hikes. You've basically locked in your energy costs for the long, long haul.
So the path to getting control of your budget becomes crystal clear. Step 1, you start generating your own power. Step 2, that allows you to lock in what you're paying. And step 3, you now have this powerful shield that protects your wallet from whatever the utility decides to do with their rates in the future.
You know, when you really get down to it, this is about something so much bigger than just saving money. It's a fundamental change in your whole relationship with energy.
And this is really the thing to remember. Taking control of your power bill, it's not just a smart financial move. It's a declaration of economic self-sufficiency. It's about stepping away from your dependence on these huge volatile systems that you have absolutely no control over.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Just think about it for a second. If one of your biggest, most unpredictable monthly bills suddenly became stable and predictable for the next 25 years, what would that free you up to do? What could you plan for? What could you build with that kind of certainty?